How far does being a good person get you? This is a question that I've been asking myself recently. And from my experience, not very far. At least not yet. It seems to me that the more of a good person you are, the more judgment you face. I've had experiences at work where I would choose to do the honest and the good and the right thing. I wouldn't lie. I wouldn't convince somebody that things were better than they were. I would always keep an honest principle with how I faced problems. And 99% of the time, my higher ups would hate that. They would strongly dislike the fact that I was honest with our customers. And this is through multiple jobs. You know, in those acts, I figured I was doing those customers a favor by being transparent, being honest with them. And I'm sure those people who I was honest with felt that from me, felt that they could trust me, felt like I was doing the right thing for them. But it was a big no-no in the eyes of my superiors. And I came to find out that if I need to lie or cheat or persuade or be somebody I'm not to earn a paycheck somewhere, then I just don't belong in that place. There's more to life than being something you're not for a paycheck. And I feel like you're doing yourself a disservice the longer you choose to be something you're not. In this day and age, we don't have enough time with ourselves. We don't get to figure out who we are. We are shoved into school at a very early age and told what to say and told what to think, taught with not enough time to truly explore who we are on the inside. Now, I'm sure in the past, before technology, this wasn't such a big problem. But from the years that I grew up, where technology, the internet, was just becoming a worldwide thing or a countrywide thing, it definitely affected my ability to have a relationship with myself. I was so distracted. My mind was focused on so many things that, weren't really necessary to the development of a young child. I don't regret it. I believe that everything happens for a reason. But it just makes me think that despite the technological advances in our society, I was set back because I didn't have time to discover myself. I didn't have time to realize what I liked because I was constantly being compared to others, constantly having others to compare myself to. And I was lost for a very long time. Only recently have I started discovering my true self. And it's been a journey. It's been a good journey. Because every day that I feel like I get to know myself better is another day that I feel strong enough to take on the world's problems. I don't have fear of the problems that I may face because I've learned to trust myself. And a lot of people don't trust themselves. They don't even know themselves. And I feel like in order to tackle any problem, you have to know yourself. You have to know what you're working with. You have to know who you are. You have to have that confidence, because that confidence is usually the key. It's usually the difference between succeeding at something and failing. Believing you can succeed is the first step. And if you believe that you're going to fail, then it's going to be that much easier to fail. I believe I will succeed. I fully and utterly believe that. May it look like I'm succeeding now. Maybe not to the outside person, maybe not to the outside viewpoints, but internally, I feel like I'm succeeding. I feel like I'm on a path of righteousness. I feel like I'm going to make it in life by being a good person. I'm going to choose to be a good person and see where it gets me. Because I will not sacrifice any part of myself for a job, for a paycheck, for somebody I don't even know, for somebody that doesn't even respect me. I can't do it, and I won't. I've done it in my youth because I didn't know any better, but it just felt wrong. And I'm going to decide now that I'm going to be myself, and I'm going to see where it gets me. I'm just going to trust in myself and do things the way that I want to do them. And that'll just prove that being a good person can get you somewhere in life. Thank you.